Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. What's the worst case scenario for silver, for the silver market, for the precious metals world? Well, I think there's a couple things that could go wrong, but in all reality, the prices won't be too moved or affected by some terrible circumstances that we're going to be theorizing in this video. So before we start, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. I post daily videos. But anyways, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the main factor that would be influencing silver prices right now, which is simply just other markets becoming more profitable. I mean, a lot of people invest into several different types of assets and markets. I mean, there's stock markets, there's the futures contracts, options markets, ETFs, there's real estate, there's cryptocurrency. There's so many different things to invest into. And a lot of people don't really care about the fundamental value something brings to the table. They're in it for the dollar. So if something can make them money quicker or more efficiently than something else, they're going to head towards that. And I mean, I don't blame them to some extent. I mean, especially if you are in this for more of a career type, you have to make profits to survive. Of course, people are going to be heading towards the dollar, whatever makes that dollar quicker. So we saw a huge drop in silver and gold prices from when futures markets started becoming more profitable. So I definitely think that if stocks gain more popularity and start recovering drastically, or even cryptocurrency or something else along the lines of real estate, this definitely could hurt the prices of precious metals. Now, I do think all these markets are intertwined to some extent where they can benefit and play off of each other in some circumstances, but other times, 9 times out of 10, they will hurt prices. We just directly saw that over the last weekend. And this also is what boosted precious metals prices before as well. Stock market volatility, stocks becoming less profitable drove people to precious metals. So it can work both ways hand in hand. Now, I also want to talk about the scams, the rumors, the lies, the myths, the misconceptions, because this is something else that is widely influenced in the world of precious metals, which it kind of sucks because I really wish they weren't as speculative as they are. Speculation drives prices or markets that are weaker, that don't have as big of a foundation as precious metals, but we are seeing that these prices are being manipulated to some degree from rumors being spread, from things going on behind the scenes, which is unfortunate, but it's the reality we live in, and you have to incorporate this when you are, investing your money, because this stuff can play a huge part in whether you're going to be buying, selling, or holding off. If you aren't looking at these things or aren't looking at it realistically, you could be making some mistakes, because these are key indicators on where the markets are going to be moving. Now, when it's coming to my future price predictions or price forecast for precious metals, I think that there's going to be things in favor of precious metals appreciating in price, and this is why I also mentioned that, because right now I'm going to be buying silver one last time before prices start to move again. I actually just made a video earlier today talking about there's going to be a big move for silver coming soon. The support levels have been holding off, and the market indicators are showing that there's going to be a huge move, either drastically down or drastically up. But since silver has been staying above these support lines, it's more than likely going to be appreciating up, meaning that silver is going to be outpacing gold and starting to become more profitable than gold in the near future. This is also good moving into the holidays, as some people will be able to get some of the cheaper prices on the softer side, as there's Black Friday deals and all the other deals that come out around Thanksgiving. Now, I did mention $25 silver by Thanksgiving, which is still not out of the realm of impossibility. It's not as realistic as, let's say, $20 silver by, the end of the month, but I definitely think that silver can and will start appreciating. I don't know if it will be as high as $25, maybe $22, $23, but still realistically, fundamentally, it over the next, couple months, it's going to be appreciating, and that's without a doubt. I mean, I'm not going to be saying it's kind of like predicting the weather. You can look at the patterns, you can look at where it's coming from, but there still is that unknown factor, that unknown variable. We don't have a crystal ball to tell. So we're looking at precious metals prices. You want to be looking at the realistic possibility of all outcomes, all scenarios, to set yourself up. If not, you're preparing yourself for failure. So right now, as we see silver in this state right now, this era that it's in, this really weird era. There's also new things coming out in the political side of it, whether it's people trying to impeach Trump, with new things coming out that he's been doing, or the other political things, whether it's the economic factors, the oil fields, the US-China trade wars. All of these things could be hurting silver's prices or be helping silver's prices. It's almost like some things that are bad happening in the economy, yeah, they're bad, but they could be helping silver prices. So it's a high cost to pay. I mean, we don't want terrible things to be happening. We don't want, war talk being, negotiated, but that stuff does drive up prices. So are you willing to sacrifice your own risk or the own state of the economy for your silver stack? I mean, that's kind of where it lies to some extent, which is really weird to say because precious metals are more of an SHTF prepper type investment where people go to when bad things are happening. So yes, prices will be rising, but that also usually means that there's some fear and scare and some insecurity in the economy. So it's a really weird place to be as an investor for precious metals because you don't want that stuff to happen, but you also know it will be shooting up prices. So it's kind of funny how that works. But obviously, looking at the rate the economy is going in, no matter what, this stuff is going to be happening, and it's been slowly happening behind the scenes anyways. A lot of people just aren't ready to acknowledge it and aren't ready to accept it or face the fact that it is happening. So they're going to be coming into the party later than most people. Me and you, people like us, we've been seeing the indicators, we've been researching, and we're aware of all this shady stuff that's happening behind the scenes regardless. So we already know what's happening. We won't be as surprised. That surprise factor won't be hitting us as hard. And also, most importantly, we're going to be prepared and we're going to have our stack ready for any situation that's thrown at us, which is definitely one of the most important things to have happening as an investor, because as long as you're adjusting your stack, you'll be prepared for any situation, any scenario, and you can prophesy and you can profit off of any situation. Diversification is definitely key. Expanding your outlook and where you're headed with your stack is always going to be more beneficial at the end of the day, and it's as simple as that. So what do you guys think is going to be happening? Do you think, worst case scenario stuff is going to be helpful or hurtful towards precious metals or the economy? And also, where do you lie in that weird gray area where, I mean, yes, precious metals prices will be rising, but it also usually means that there's negative stuff happening in the economy. Do you think that's bad or good for precious metals, that it almost relies on negative stuff? Or is it good for it because this stuff is happening regardless in the way that the world's going, whether it's the dollar deflation or the political side of it's going downhill anyways, so we might as well profit, you get some profits off of it and capitalize off of it anyways? That's another good way to look at it, put a spin on it and look at it from a positive point of view as an alternative, and other people can invest as well. I mean, the people that don't are definitely going to be screwed, but at least the people that are aware and that are preparing for their future won't have to worry as much as others. So I'm curious what you guys think about that. Also, do you guys think that precious metals will be rising over the next couple weeks or months, and why? I read that article earlier, I think it was from Kiko, talking about the potential side of silver making a huge move lately, and I'm curious, how far do you think that's going to be going around Thanksgiving time, around the holidays, and also even around the end of the year? This could be really important because a lot of stuff's going to be happening, a lot of media, a lot of advertising. People are going to be more, as the weather cools down, people are inside their homes more, so media can be more influential, and people might be more interested in trading as they're stuck around computers and are more bored because they're not outside doing other stuff. So that could also be a huge factor influencing the prices as well. But anyways, I'm going to be wrapping this video up here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, I posted 2 other videos today, so if you guys want to go check those out, I highly recommend it. I was talking about silver making a big move, and there's another video I know you guys will dig as well. I'm talking about silver being your only investment, or single-handedly just investing in silver, and how beneficial other assets can be to diversify into and branch off into. So if you want to check those out, the 2 links will be in the top left and bottom hand corner. I highly recommend it. I think you're going to be digging those. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe. I post daily videos, so make sure you subscribe. I'm going to keep pumping out content for you guys as long as you guys keep supporting this channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Anyways, though, thank you guys for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.